Over the last few days, I've gotten a lot of DMs from new followers or people who are new to investing, and they want to learn how to invest. And they're saying, is now a good time? Should I wait? Should I wait until tomorrow? What if things get worse? What if they get worse in a month? What if I miss my opportunity? Should I have bought yesterday? Oh no, what am I doing? Relax. Because of social media, the world of investing feels very overwhelming. There's a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of information. There's a lot of varying opinions. I think you should do this, and I have 500,000 followers, and so you should listen to me. No, I think your idea sucks. You should listen to me. I have 250,000 followers. And then people are like basing who's the best investor over who has the most followers or who has the biggest mansion. It's ridiculous. Calm down. Listen, investing is a long game. You don't invest for tomorrow. You don't invest for next month. You don't really even invest for next year. You invest for 10, 20, or 30 years down the road, or maybe even 40 if you're in your 20s and you're watching this. A couple of things. One, you're never going to time things perfectly. You're going to buy a stock today and it's going to go down tomorrow. That's just the way it is. You don't need to sell it and buy it back and relax. Your goal here is to accumulate a large position in stocks or ETFs or a mixture of both over a 30-year period. Don't lose track of the long-term goal because you're nervous about what's happening today or tomorrow. And for all of the people who are like, oh my God, the markets went up today and everyone on TikTok was saying, wait. So I waited. And now I've missed my chance and the market skyrocketed and I can't believe I waited and I should have bought yesterday and I can't believe it. This is not the first time that Donald Trump is going to manipulate the markets and treat it like his own personal yo-yo, either for his own personal entertainment or to enrich his friends, or because he frankly has no idea what he's doing. Whatever is going on is going to happen a lot. Look, a lot of people are cheering the fact that he dialed back these tariffs without recognizing that he kept on the largest one, China. He kept it on. It's like 104%, and their retaliatory tariff is 84%. So it was like a little relief rally, but look at this. This came out yesterday, leaving a lot of retailers in a lurch. Amazon cancels some inventory orders from China. So if you're feeling upset that you think you missed your chance, just remember we're going to see a lot more opportunities here. But these, which are great buying opportunities to add a little, take advantage of big days, don't matter as much as consistency. So I love to accumulate large positions in investments over time. And when I see a big down day in the markets, like down 2,000 points, I'm going to pounce and I'm going to take advantage. Which is what I did with NVIDIA. I've had NVIDIA for years, but when it hit $88 a day or two ago, I took advantage and I bought some. And you know what happened right after I bought it? It went down. It went down to 83. And now where is it? It's 113. And I know someone who follows me who said, I'm going to buy it when it hits 80. And it never hit 80. Now, maybe it does in 3 or 4 months, but all of this perfect price stuff will drive you nuts. So you need to get out a piece of paper and you need to write down a wish list. This is mine. It's the original wish list from November 2008. And these were some of the stocks that I wanted to buy all the way back then. I urge you to first learn how to set up a foundation portfolio first. This is just one example of many, and this is what I would personally do if I was 20 and I had no idea what to invest in. I would focus on ETFs like these, technology, S&P 500, and dividend, and I would focus on investing in them every single month for 30 years. Now, if you see a down day in the markets where everything is dropping by 2,000 points and everyone's freaking out, hey, maybe that's a day where you say, hey, maybe I'll go and add a little bit more to my investments. This is something I talk about all the time. This is the foundation to your portfolio. You don't hit a number and then stop. You continue to invest for 30 years, but once you've got around $30,000 split between these, how you structure it is totally up to you. Most younger investors would do heaviest in tech, then S&P, and then dividends. But you structure it in a way that it makes you comfortable with your money. Once you have that, you can then start adding individual investments. And that's what you would normally do. But in a time like this, there are some real opportunities here to get some very high quality individual stocks that you might have an eye on. So write down your wish list and plan for a lot more of this. If you want to learn how to create a wish list, go right here and find this blog post. Relax. There's going to be plenty of opportunities to invest. Hit the follow.